Yo! Hello, everybody! What's up? What's up, Sarah, Oisin, Ibrahim? Guys, let's listen to the Nine Souls soundtrack. You know why? Because why not? Dark Angel, Super Explosion, it's finally getting the recognition it deserves. I mean, I've been playing it. So, you guys know every last Friday of the month, we do a music stream here on the main channel, and we've been doing like the request streams for a long time, every month, because it's been we had spent a fair bit like without doing them, so I did a bunch of them. I did like probably like, I don't know, 6 months in a row of the requests, but now we're back, and I thought we would do something different today instead of the democracy requests. So let's listen to Nine Souls. Yeah, I'm yapping too much. Let's go. Let's start. I've been playing this, by the way, on the gameplay channel. Says we will listen to Night Rain musics. It's out, isn't it? Is it good? Hold up, let me put this on the screen. Yeah. Oh, it's good. Night Rain is good. Super Explosion says, where are you in the game? Where am I in the game? I've been tortured, and I escaped prison. Omerthian is here. Hey, Omerthian. Oh, I don't remember this from the game. Omerthian says, beat the old man. I've never heard this before. They start with credits. Oh, this is credits. Interesting. They start with credits. Yeah, and this is the official album. Like, this is the actual official track list. So yes, it seems like they start with credits. Yeah, Omerthian says, I beat the old man, but I went beyond that because the prison and the torture is after the old man. Claire says, starting with one of the best songs in the soundtrack. Man, another reason why I wanted to do this is because I'm playing this game on the gameplay channel. So this is one of my last opportunities I have to listen to this music out of context. Shidax is here. Hey, Shidax. And what's up with these crowns in chat? Are you guys seeing this? The crowns. I feel like this the kind of rock and roll sound of this song. It kind of, to me, it kind of represents the kind of edgy personality of E. It's a chat donator leaderboard like on Twitch. Interesting. Claire says, Nine Souls is home to my favorite song in any game ever. Man, this song really represents the vibe of the game really well. The kind of futuristic, like Chinese inspired like architecture. And there's an edginess to it, like I said. He also says, I think you get XP for chatting. They probably started with this song because it's the most accessible. That's true. That's a good guess. Because the music in this game is more subdued than I expected. He probably listens to emo metal. I mean, in the game, he seems to like Flute. Cool. Man, that was cool. So that's the credits. So Awakening, I assume... No, this is not the title screen. Oh, there's a... Na, na, na. I feel like they're starting to drop little glimpses of the main theme of the game. This is from the initial cutscene. Yeah, I thought so. When he gets beat up, right? And the roots, what do they call again? The roots? I keep forgetting. The roots like revive him. Yeah. No, no. This is the main melody of the game. This right here. It's a very simple melody. It's like da-na, da-na. At this point, I didn't know that, so I didn't pay attention to what was going on the screen when this melody played. But I also wonder what this melody means, you know, aside from being the main melody of the game and representing the game. I wonder if it means something more specific. Like, is it the melody of Yi? Or is it the melody of the Fusan? Maybe this cutscene gives us a clue. Like, whatever's happening on the screen at that time when the melody plays is probably a clue. And Xuan Xuan plays this melody as well. A glimpse of the future. In a lot of music in the games like this is like very ambient. Again. Cool. On the right speaker, there was like a little glimpse of the main theme. There was dun 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 dun. Yosu, thank you, Yosu, for the super chat. Scientific experiment. So you're trying to see if this will bump up you in the rankings? Apparently not. Shidax is number 1 right now, and I don't know why. you've heard two characters in the game playing that song, both Xuan Xuan and Yi's sister. Yi's sister played that? I don't remember. When did she play this? Maybe in one of the flashbacks, I guess? Yosu says, boo! When peaches ripen. Wait, you know what I should do? Can I increase? Is this during gameplay already? This might be like when you first take control of the character. Yeah, so this is gameplay, right? Veggie's here. Hey, Veggie. Man, and it's so cool. I love, like, listening to a soundtrack like this. Not with the full context, but with some context. Because now I'm noticing so much more stuff than I noticed at first when I was playing this. Like, the fragments of the main theme are everywhere in this. Why does it go so slow? I'm trying to edit this window. Go faster. Wow. And a lot of the tracks are pretty short as well. Festival. Wow, this is the festival song. Guys, there's a bird. God damn it. There's a bird like pecking my window. Anyway, very festival, yeah. Love the rhythms in this. Yeah, it sounds so tribal. Take a picture of the bird. He went away, but I'll take a picture next time. This has been happening the first few days. I don't know why. There's birds like pecking my window. I think they might be seeing the reflection of themselves, but this never happened before. I don't know why it's happening now. Let me get the camera ready. I'll take a picture of it. I love how authentic this sounds. This is not the kind of festival music I would have in mind. Like, if you say festival, this is not what I would have in mind. And I don't know if this festival music is fictional or if it's actually grounded in real, like, Chinese or Taiwanese culture, but it sounds authentic to me, authentic to the world. I remember being genuinely blown away by the soundtrack and the sequence. And this one is called Sacrifice. Yeah, this is super ominous, like a super ominous moment. And there's a lot of... There's a lot of anticipation. Amanda's here. Hey, Amanda. Yeah, when they go in the machine. Na-na. Fragment of the main theme. Harmonically, this is monotone. Like, there's no flow, there's no storytelling of chords here. It's just a sustained emotion. It's just a sustained vibe. And that sustained vibe that never changes creates a ton of anticipation. Very cool, very unsettling. Beneath the surface. So this is when you first start exploring, right? You're in the underground of the village. Oh yeah, man, I remember this. You fight the first few enemies to this. Why vocals always elevate feelings? I mean, because it's a very... The sound of the human voice is very deeply... has a very deep meaning for us. Everything that is sung immediately feels more human. Any melody that is sung versus like played by an instrument, the one with vocals is gonna feel more human. It's gonna feel more relatable and more emotionally connectable, if that's a word. It's like your brain is programmed to pay more attention to voices. That sometimes is a bad thing in games. I remember you heard one of these tracks out of context, Daphne, and I think you didn't like it that much. Your opinions changed after playing the game more. I don't remember saying I didn't like it, but I also don't remember what I said. What I imagine I said probably was that it's less melodic than I expected and more subdued, more ambient than I expected, and I still think that's true. It's less melodic than I expected and more subdued than I expected. Even like during the game when I'm playing, I usually think that about this music. But you know, it's a stylistic choice they went for. I think it suits the vibe of the game. The Dark Angel says, why is it a bad thing? I mean, you're talking about the vocals, right? It can be a bad thing in games, for example, like Nier, Automata, or Stellar Blade, where the whole soundtrack has vocals. Sometimes, in some specific tracks, the vocals require too much focus from your brain. Remember what I said, it's like your brain is programmed to pay more attention to music when the music has vocals. So if you require that level of focus from the player all the time, sometimes it can get exhausting, or it's easier to make a track that will become annoying faster. Man, what's wrong with my AC? I'm sweating. Hello, AC? Wuji. This one's called Wuji. What makes a track like this work with the vocals, considering all the platforming and fighting involved here? What makes it work with vocals? I mean, there's nothing in particular regarding vocals that you would have to do particularly to suit a song for platforming, I don't think. I mean, something that I think is really nice about the vocals in this soundtrack is that they're very minimalistic. They don't have words for the most part. And so in that way they don't stand out too much, and it prevents that repetition fatigue that I talked about, that is more prone to happen with music with vocals. Veggie said sometimes that happens where a song doesn't stand out melodically but goes unnoticed, but actually that is a good thing because full immersion in the scene. Yeah, and I mean, music that is not melodic, doesn't stand out melodically, has a has what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of these tracks are very tiny. Yeah, but I was saying music that doesn't stand out melodically has like a longer lifespan, I want to say. Longer lifespan in the sense that it will take way longer for you to get bored of it. Oh, this is the Pavilion. Like the first Blasphemous soundtrack. Yeah, in a way, this soundtrack is very similar to Blasphemous. Less inclined to become boring, yeah. Daniel says, thank you for answering, been trying to learn more about game music composition. Nice. Guys, this week I composed a banger battle theme for a game. Can't wait for you guys to see it. And just this morning, you know, I delivered the song yesterday. Just this morning I got the text from the devs saying that the track is approved. Man, this is very nice. I never noticed like how harmonically rich this is. Shidek says, David, do you think the amount of focus on vocals differs if it's in a language you understand versus a foreign language or made up language? Yes. If it's a language that exists and or a language that you understand, the requirement, the amount of focus that your brain is like obligated to put into it is way higher. If it's a made up language, your brain doesn't have to pay as much attention. I think that is one of the main reasons why a lot of vocals in games have made up languages. Because like you start singing a music in English while someone is playing something is a completely different experience than like playing Lear and having like a made up language. It's completely different. That was really cool, man. I never really paid attention to the Pavilion song. There were hints of the main theme there, but a lot of harmony and super relaxing. Inner voice. Again, main theme. That was the main theme right there. I still want to see you listen to all the versions of the Bellatro OST and talk about dynamic soundtracks and how to make a theme not boring, because it's just It is just the piece of music the whole time. Wow, I didn't know that. Is one piece of music playing the whole time? Inner voice. Where does this play? This is a cutscene. Oh. Super Explosion says I could be wrong though. I mean, it sounds like a cutscene to me. Oh, the next track is called Intruder Alert, and it's 5 minutes long. Na na na. Is that the... That's a longer version of the main motive. Da, na, 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 na. Feels like one of those sister cutscenes. I thought about that too, but I don't think it is, because the sister cutscenes have, at least so far, some of the most outstanding, loud, and you know, more in the music that is more in the forefront of the game. The sister flashbacks are not this subdued. I remember because it made an impression in me. The sister flashback, the first one, was the first time I like the music captured my attention. You know, there's a difference between you willingly putting an effort into concentrating into the music and versus the music capturing your attention. The sister flashback was the first time the music captured me. And I remember this. Do 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 do. Previous OST could be the one you get when giving something to Xuan Xuan. Could be. I believe the first Hang Sister song is Memory of You. Man, oh, it's the next one. It's the next one. That makes sense because it's at the beginning of the game, right? But it's 1 minute and a half. I could swear it was longer. Man, listen to the amount of percussion in this. Veggie says, because the Balatro OST is one very complex song that changes dynamically between different instrumentation, I think it would make a good main channel video. It is about 20 minutes in total. That could be cool. Man, 20 minutes, yeah, that would fit in a video. Oh, he also says the name Inner Voice could refer to his weird mind palace where he learns new abilities. Yeah. And these uh, area tracks are longer, I imagine, because they're also there might be an element of, there might be some dynamic elements to them. I never noticed the unnerving vocals in the background. Oh. See, that's what I said. They're dynamic. They change depending on what's happening in the game. So here in the album, they have to play like all the different scenarios. That's why... Yeah, now it's a boss variation. That's why they're longer, I guess. There's a battle mode of songs. That's really cool. It uses the same ostinato, the same like sequence of notes from the non-battle version. But now there's drums. Most normal tracks have variants. Only Beneath the Surface doesn't have one for some reason. So next up is Memory of You. I'm curious about that one. Memory of You. If it's the, again, main theme, if it's the sister flashback, I will recognize it. This one is 100% the sister flashback. Oh yeah, it is. It is. Now I recognize it. Yeah, the orchestra. The orchestra comes in. Something that I thought was remarkable. First, and this is impressive, like for a soundtrack nowadays. First actual use of the orchestra, right? I mean, it's not a full orchestra, it's more like a string section, but so far there hasn't been like an actual string section. Dragonclaw, hey Dragonclaw, thank you for the super chat. Will you ever play Expedition 33? Do you guys want me to play it? What do you guys think? Should I play it? Yeah, man, this track was really cool. This is my favorite track so far. Memory of You is my favorite track so far. Man, it really captured my attention. Like I said, when I was playing the game. Sarah says, I will watch whatever game you play. Yosu says, yes, but not before I have time to play. Alexander says, I'm just now connected. When is the next community OST listening stream? This is the community listening stream. We replaced the you know, the usual request stream with this because I just felt like doing something different. Shidex says, I would want to play Expedition 33 before watching someone else play it. You haven't played it yet then, Shidex. Interesting. Take a tour of New Kunlun. Veggie says it shows Yi's past life was warmer and more colorful than the present. Yeah, that is expressed audibly with the music and visually. The flashbacks are usually more colorful than the actual game. Today's a dictatorship stream. Yeah, today's a dictatorship stream. I mean, a lot of people asked for this, so it's not entirely. Man, Hammer of New Kunlun. That's a pretty epic name for Kuafu's theme. Next up is Crossing Blades. Oh, first boss. Wait. Which one is like the first boss? Because like there's mini bosses before this. Man, this one is good. I don't remember this one. Which boss is this though? Is that the Kuafu centaur guy? Oh, big horse. Okay. The mechanical centaur. Okay. Man, it's crazy that I don't remember this at all. I was so focused on the boss. The Guardian right before Kuafu. You know, something... You know, I said that I expected... I expected the music in this game to be more melodic. But man, I really respect this. I think creating a unique style for a game soundtrack like this is something very admirable and very hard to do. The game has like a unique, standout style of its own. That's very valuable. Yeah, the vocals. The mix of synths with the traditional vocals and instruments is amazing. Yeah, I mean traditional Chinese stuff with the synths, it really is a unique thing. My favorite first boss in any game. Man, that's an interesting question. What's my favorite first boss? I don't know. Hammer. Oh, I remember this. Remember when we played this, guys, in the gameplay channel? I made a comment that this reminded me of Breath of the Wild. Yeah, this track stood out to me as well. And it's amazing that Yeah, Akala Tech Lab. Yeah, I believe in the stream I probably said Hateno Tech Lab, but I probably meant Akala. It's amazing that a song like this with no actual theme, no actual melody, stands out so much, and like it's actually memorable. The only Akala I know is the Pink Island in Pokemon Sun and Moon. There's a region in Breath of the Wild called Akala. And by the way, guys, I keep mentioning the 9 Souls streams. We're gonna stream 9 Souls tomorrow on the gameplay channel. If you're not yet subscribe to the gameplay channel, first of all, what are you doing? Second of all, it's time to rectify this mistake by subscribing and catching the stream tomorrow. We're gonna stream 9 Souls tomorrow. That's, like I said, it's one of the reasons why I'm doing this, because I want to listen to the music out of context before, because it's fun. 10 Seals of the Souls. Sebastian says, I love this one. This one is from Inside the Soul Seals. Man, the soundtrack takes its time so much. This is the dreamscape where you see memories. Oh, that's right, that's right. You see memories of the boss you just defeated before getting the seal. That's right. It does sound dreamy, like there's a lot of reverb to it. I honestly don't understand this new ranking stuff. Is it the number of messages that you send that gets you a high ranking? I don't get it. Now is a place for restless souls. Veggie says, I have no idea. Oisin says, I don't think so, but zero idea. I just looked up the ranking and it's based on how many messages you send and super chats or gifted subs. I mean, Yosu has been sending messages consistently and he also sent a super chat and he has no crown. So this is the safe house. From inside the pavilion. Interesting. It says, keep showing support to move up the leaderboard, which is very vague. Yeah, Shidak says, time to spam as many messages to get that #1 ranking. Yeah, I thought about that as well. Doesn't that encourage spamming in, you know, less intelligent conversations? Abram says, I'll keep showing support. See you too. Oh, and there's vocals on this one. The vocals are so subtle. And what's cool about this main theme? It's so easy to recognize. Sometimes they play 2 notes of it. Like now. Na na. Just 2 notes of the thing. And it's still recognizable. And sometimes they play 4 notes, which is dun 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 dun. Sometimes they play a longer version of it. It's very versatile. Faded Memory. Is this another flashback? I think this is a flashback. I think this one plays when you talk, oh, to that lady. That plays with bells. Shadek says, have you on the flute, so this could be a flashback or something to do with Shrun Shrun. I mean, it has to do with the lady that gives the flute to you and you give it to Shrun Shrun. It makes sense that it's flute heavy. What number is this? You mean track number is 18? For the bell area, yeah. For the guy, is it a guy? Am I not eligible to get XP? I want XP. Oh man, beautiful. I really love how a lot of the music in this game is just like melodies floating. Right, there's no bass to this. It gives the music such a mystical kind of ethereal floaty vibe. A lot of music is like this in this game. Walk me through history. Sorry, Davi, no XP for you. Claire says, this is definitely question mark. Wait, wasn't question mark the previous one? Abromo says, damn, he got hit with the gender ray. So tragic. Just like Dovey in the Monster Hunter playthrough. Became Dovet. Previous was the area you first meet, question mark in. Oh, I get it. Oh, I see. This is question mark. The other was the tower. The area around him. Okay. This one plays during dialogue. The more time I spend with this game and with the music of this game, the more I appreciate how chill the soundtrack is. I'm pretty sure Stargazer coming up is the Watchtower flashback. Stargazer is the flashback. Interesting. The second flashback, the music didn't get my attention as much as the first, but I still remember liking the music for the second flashback. Veggie says it does definitely have these very chill moments. Even the moments that are not like peaceful, moments that are somewhat tense, still have like kind of minimalistic music. I'm not gonna say like chill music, but it has minimalistic music even in the tense moments. Oh, the Death Star in the background flashback. I remember. But before that, we still have In the Thick of Battle, which I don't know, might be a combat variation of the music in this area of the tower area or something. Are you going to be listening to the music from the parts you haven't gotten to yet in the game? Yes, we're listening to the entire soundtrack of Nine Sols, because why not? Blue Knight says, hold on, let me go to the second channel to see where David's at so I don't accidentally spoil anything. I escaped prison. I got tortured and I escaped prison. The last thing that happened was escaping prison. Yeah. The Thick of Battle. Is this the battle track for the tower area? This actually sounds a bit like Sekiro. This is the battle theme for Lake Yaochi Ruins. The first farmlands area. Okay. Lawcan has to leave. Bye bye, Lawcan. Veggie says he has two. No, I have. Yeah, I have three. Is Kuafu, Gomang, and the old guy with the claw. Like, remember what I said about the music in this game, like feeling like it's floating with no bass. Even in this track, there's percussion, there's heavy percussion, but still there's no bass. Like, there's no lower pitched instruments doing like a harmony or an accompaniment or something. It's just percussion and melody. Sebastian says, Yan Lao is so forgettable. Yeah, I remember the name of the other guys, but I can never remember his name. I just call him Old Man. Stargazer. So this is a flashback. This is the full version of the main theme. There's something. I'm just noticing something. There's something about this main theme that reminds me of Hollow Knight. That part. Dun 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 dun. I feel like there's one of the main leitmotifs in Hollow Knight that also has like that little drop. Dun 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 dun. Ocean says, yeah, it's similar. Yeah. Yeah, Pale King. Exactly. Man, I love that you guys are video game music nerds just like me. I can say like this stuff and not feel like I'm insane because you guys validate my insanity, I guess. Two notes give huge Hollow Knight vibes, yeah. That little drop is like Hollow Knight. And vocals again. Cool. Yeah, this one is way more subdued than the first flashback. Probably that's why I didn't remember. I didn't remember this one as well. Malice. Funny stuff that you're listening to the OST, David. Marco Meatball has a stream scheduled for the entire OST too. Nice. I have to do more of these streams, like full OST streams. I used to do more of them, but then we started doing the request streams. Yosu says, still waiting for that collab, by the way. It's happening. Yosu, do you believe me? The collab is gonna drop earlier than you expect. I'm a believer. You better believe. This Malice is probably an area song, right? Ibrahim says, I expect now. I mean, maybe not earlier than now, but it will be soon. There has been developments. Come on, I want to get to the good boss themes. Hurry up, OST. Yeah, and this song is pretty long, right? So it's definitely one of the area songs. It's 5 minutes long, so it's gonna play all the dynamic variations. Claire says, IMO, every boss theme is fantastic. I know not everyone is a huge fan of Go Mines, but I love how ambient it is. Jadek says, I'll be waiting tomorrow for the rug poll when you do a collab stream with Marco Meatball instead of playing the game. No, we're gonna record a video. It's gonna be a video. See what I mean when I said even the tense moments in the game have kind of minimalistic music. This is not like exactly chill, relaxing music. It's still tense, but it's minimalistic. It's like low energy. Veggie says, what games are you thinking after 9 Souls, Davi? Will there be a poll? No. I think I'm gonna do Ocarina of Time. I actually, this Sunday, I'm gonna do this. Look, I showed you this before. I bought this ages ago. I'm gonna open up my N64. I'm gonna put this inside of it. To make the image quality better for the stream. And I think I decided I'm gonna do a no sword run of Ocarina of Time. It's gonna be a ton of fun. Wow, I'm kind of surprised that this track didn't have like a more high energy variation. Tempo of growth. Salem says, why don't you use emulator? Because I like having like the original experience. And like I have the console, so why not? I don't remember this one. This one is cool. Is this in the farm area? Oh yeah, it must be in the farm area of one of the farm areas of Gomang, because Gomang's theme is the next one. Farm areas, yeah. Veggie says, I played the 3DS version, so I liked Water Temple. Water Temple is not that bad. I mean, like you said, the bad thing was having to pause the game all the time to equip and unequip the iron boots. But yeah, in the 3DS version, that doesn't happen. Abromo says, if I ever did, would you recommend timeline order instead of release order? For Zelda, no, the story doesn't matter. The timeline doesn't matter. Just go whatever order you want. Sigma says, release order, if any order at all. Man, I want to play a ton of Zelda games in the channel. They don't know what the yellow water is. Man, remember the yellow water in this place? Remember that one segment where there was like yellow water waterfalls? And I kept dying to them because I couldn't see them because the background was yellow as well. Yeah, this is a dynamic variation. Sebastian says, stream died. YouTube tells me the stream is fine. And you know, starting from the tower area to this farm area, it's interesting that there's less synths. This is more actual acoustic instruments. I mean, I guess it makes sense because, you know, the concept of a farm, right? It's something less, I guess, electronic, I guess, less technological and more like something of the land. So I guess the sound of real acoustic instruments are more appropriate for this. Hello, David. Today is OST time. Yeah, 9 Souls time. Oh, this is a Go Man. Blue Knight says, wait, David, did you hear that psytrance bass? Yeah, there's still like some synth here and there, but there has been way more acoustic instruments. Giovanni says, I did it, I finished 9 Souls, congrats. Man, it took you like 2 streams for the final boss? That's scary. Salem says, even her OST sucks. Oh wow, there's some glitches. Yeah, it's weird, man, that this boss theme, it feels soulless. It feels like the composer intentionally left out some emotion of it, from it. I wonder, that has to be intentional. If it's, I remember like this part, the dialogue in this part, I felt like some very strong shade being thrown towards China, towards the CCP, because this dev is Taiwanese, right? I wonder if they're trying to say something with this like kind of soulless, lifeless music. It could be a commentary also on the minions, on the Gomang minions. They are lifeless, they're soulless, they like are like mindless, and so the music is just like this primitive driving rhythm with no life, with no melody. And there's even like some glitches to it. There's like, you know, it's almost like the music is getting stuck, like a disc getting stuck. This track is getting drunk with Shannon. Goman kind of wasn't trying to fight you since her little minions were doing it for her. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The fact that the theme is underwhelming, I almost feel like that's because the theme is supposed to be for the minions. I mean, the title says Gomang's theme, of course, because it's, you know, is the Gomang boss fight. But I feel like the theme is focusing more on the minions. Yeah, the track is a zombie track. Yeah, that's what I feel. Because it's really weird that there has been like area tracks with more soul than like an important boss track, so it has to be intentional. So this one is Fly Through My Mind. Oh, the next one is main theme. Wait, feat Xuan Xuan. What? Bro, sick flute Xuan Xuan. Xuan Xuan plays really well. There's something that the Xuan Xuan said in this dialogue, the dialogue that precedes this track. That is so relatable for a musician. He said something along the lines of like, this kind of piece, the more you practice it and the more you try to play it perfectly, the worse it gets. There's certain types of music like this, you just have to relax and let it go and play like whatever, because like some pieces of music require that kind of uh spontaneity. How do you say that? A spontaneous require that spontaneous approach. Abrama lost the crown. Oh my god. I'm sorry, Abrama. I'm sorry you lost your crown. Let me see the rankings. Number 1 is Shydax. But there's like 10 people tied in first place with 150 XP. Veggie says spontaneity is a word. Nice. spontaneous, not an E at the beginning. Okay. There's always time for tea. Which one is this one? Lear's theme? Sebastian says, Absolute Radiance and Ishin are both a joke compared to the final boss. Interesting. I never beat Absolute Radiance. I probably will soon. But Ishin, like, it's hard, but it was not crazy hard. It took me probably like, I don't know, 1 hour. What is the XP? I've never seen it before. We were just talking about this, Signa. We've never seen this. And we were trying to figure out, look, Yosu. Thank you, Yosu. Thank you for the super chat. Let's try this again. Apparently, YouTube says that it's based on the money you send and other things like number of messages and stuff. But Yosu has sent 2 super chats. And he still doesn't have more XP than other people that have not sent super chats. Salem says, Inner Ishin is more harder. I beat Inner Ishin. It's way harder, but also not like crazy hard. Like I think Malenia from Elden Ring is harder than Inner Ishin. Man, this one's nice. Stop at nothing. The Dark Angel says, I think it has something to do with time watching the stream. But Yosu has been here since the beginning. He has been consistently sending messages and 2 super chats. And Yosu is at 7th place. Abram says, you also didn't struggle a lot with Promised Consort. Yeah, Promised Consort took me like 2 hours and a half, 2 hours and 20 minutes, something. But I've been told that 2 hours and a half for Promised Consort is like crazy. Like, people don't believe me when I say that. It's a good thing that I have the stream, the pods. Oh! Sanders says, why do all of Yan Lao's theme go so hard? This is Yan Lao, this is the Yan Lao area, then. Abram says, I had 6 hours for console. Salem says, my brother beat Malenia in 3rd try. Wow. How far are you in the game, David? In this game, I escaped prison. That's it. I escaped prison and then I went to some areas from the beginning of the game that I hadn't explored yet. So Jaws of the Machine is Yan Lao's theme. We're almost there. Next up, hide and seek. It's really different to listen to these songs like this, paying full attention to them. Oh, hide and seek. This is a flashback. This is a flashback, right? Man, it's really cool how you can immediately yeah, this is a flashback, 100%. Yeah, the jar flashback. Really cool how you can immediately say if it's a flashback track or not. Again with the orchestra. Orchestra is so rare in this game. So when it comes up, you know it's something special, like one of these flashbacks. There's some melody, there's some new melodies here. The flashbacks feel so colorful. There was a new melody there. That's very rare in this game, like to have just a melody in general. There was like on the piano, dun-dun, 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 which is of course somewhat based, it seems, on the main theme, which also has that dun-dun interval. But they starve us of melody so much that when the flashbacks come and it's so vivid, so colorful and full of melodies, it feels, I mean, it feels like you're living the flashback yourself. It feels like you're there and it feels so good. Rhythm chop. And listen to the chanting, the voices. This one is for Xingtian, merchant's brother with the axe. That was a cool boss. Davi, of all the games you have played on the second channel, which is your favorite? Wind Waker. Wind Waker is my favorite game of all time. So Wind Waker. Now, that might be a boring answer, because you know, it's my favorite game of all time for completely subjective reasons, so there's no competing with it. So let me ask the question, let me ask myself the same question in a different way, and let me open up my channel here. What is my favorite game that I played on the gameplay channel that I had never played before, right? So in other words, what's my favorite game that I discovered on the gameplay channel? This one is Death Trap, by the way. Where does this one play? This one is so good. Death Trap. Oh, I know this one. I know this one. It's directly inspired by Katana Zero. When he chases you, right? he's trying to shoot you. We're coming up on some important tracks, so I'll answer my question about the gameplay channel after we're done with the important tracks. Yeah, I never played Katana Zero, but you guys said that this sounds like very much like Katana Zero. I haven't either. Sell me on the game. Yeah, I mean, I can't because I haven't played it yet, but you guys feel free to sell us on Katana Zero. Jaws of the Machine! That's Ian Lau's theme. And that's the last important boss I've seen. So from now on, all the boss themes will be new. I mean, except for the guy that beat me up and tortured me. The vocals, man. These vocals, they almost sound to me like Mongolian throat singing, but it's being like sampled, it's being like edited and cut to pieces, and like these sound like little samples of Mongolian throat singing that someone is editing or maybe even playing on a keyboard. Man, and this fight is cool. You're fighting his claw. Ian Lau fight. Yeah. Right? It's absolutely Mongolian throat singing. It's exactly it. That's the coolest thing about this soundtrack, is this mixture of cultural music, like cultural Asian, Mongolian, Taiwanese, Chinese music with the synths, with the electronic stuff. So, eternity in an instant. Feet Fangxiang. Oh, I love this one. I absolutely adored, yeah, the record. I adored this song the first time I heard it in the game. I kept putting the record on to play. Abram says, what was this? It's a little record. You get a little disc that you can play on the Pavilion. Yeah, I think so far my favorite tracks in the entire game are the flashback ones and this one. Man, this one is so good. Next up is Alchemy. Yeah, but about the question uh, of what is my favorite game that I discovered in the gameplay channel. Let me see. I have my gameplay channel opened up here. Let me see. Playlists. Man, I think it's easy. Like now that I'm looking at it, the answer is very easy. My favorite game that I discovered on the gameplay channel is Sekiro. It's Sekiro. And the second one, second place, close second, I guess would be Hollow Knight. Ibrahim says, I knew it. Yaroslava says, I knew it. Man, Sekiro is one of my favorite games of all time. And I discovered it on stream. But second place is Hollow Knight. Sekiro was a blast, yeah. Man, I feel like playing Sekiro right now. That game is so good and it's so short too. I feel like nowadays I feel like it's getting better a little bit, but for a while as an industry, I felt like we were losing appreciation for short games. And Sekiro is not even that short. It's just shorter than the average game nowadays. Sigma says, 9 Souls is not as good as Hollow Knight, but it's very close. Biomax says, play Dark Souls 2. I will. I will stream Dark Souls 2 one day. I don't know when, but one day. And we're coming up on like halfway through the OST. Man, nice percussion. The guy who kidnapped you. Wait, does this play while we're fighting him? Claire says, I honestly prefer 9 Souls over Hollow Knight. Speaking as someone who played it because of Hollow Knight. Yeah, when I said like what was my favorite game that I discovered on stream, I was not considering 9 Souls because I haven't beaten 9 Souls yet. I haven't seen all of it, so I can't judge it. But I'm loving it so far. Oh, can you hear the water drops? I thought it was my faucet. So what is this one? Where this display? Have we been we've been tortured, right? Already. I have a feeling after E gets tortured, does he have like some sort of flashback or a dream or something? I don't remember. I mean, I remember vaguely, but I don't remember what it was. There's another flashback theme while we're being tortured. Yeah, that's what I remember. But I don't remember what the flashback is. I'm noticing a pattern here, guys. I feel like every track that is deeply every track that is deeply introspective to Yi is more orchestral. At the very least, it has like these very lyrical string sections. Every time there's a track that is, you know, one of these flashbacks or a dream like this, it's not a sister cutscene, it's in Dreamscape. I thought my dream is a sister cutscene. I don't remember exactly what it is, but I do remember after you get tortured, you have some kind of cutscene. David, did you know every single boss theme in the game has the same motive? Is that true though? Because Gomang barely has any melody, but maybe I missed it. But then again, motives don't have necessarily to be melodies. They can be percussion, chords, they can be anything. Little Rat. So this is the sneaking out of prison song. And I mean, this is barely music. This is very minimalistic ambience. Oh, Claire says, yes, Juice Press, the Sol motive. It's present. It's most present in the fifth Sol's theme. Gomang's is the most subtle. It's in the bells. Oh. I didn't notice that. I did not notice. I mean, if it's... Is it the main theme? Like, da-na, da-na. Is it that? Or is it something else? Okay, we're back. Uh, I forgot to connect the Ethernet cable. I was streaming over Wi-Fi. Then the stream started to lag, and I remembered, oh, the cable. Worse than death. So I've heard this. I've heard this one, right? This is the dog prisoner guy. Oh, the guillotine mini boss. Right. Man, this boss fight was cool. I've seen you guys saying that you didn't like the fight. The fight was trash and stuff. I like this. I like this boss fight. It was cool. Summoner guy who you guillotine. Yeah. Eye for an eye. We're starting to approach territory here. You know, unknown territory. This might be the first track I've never heard before. This one. Eye for an eye. Have I heard this? Metal Gear area. Wait, but I've done the Metal Gear part. You haven't beaten the game then? No, I haven't. I'm like 30% of the way through it. I think Eye for an Eye is the area theme for the area you saved in. But last stream I ended the stream on an early game area that I had not explored before. I'm so glad you haven't heard Ballad of Warriors. Such a banger. Wait, oh that's right, I've heard Ballad of Warriors in the game. I've heard it. Is it the side quest one? Oh no, it's not the side quest one. It's not the one wait, is it? I've heard a really hype combat track during a side quest. It's the area just after prison where you have to unbound, reflect the archers and stuff. Oh, that's right. Yeah, so I have heard this. Ballad of Warriors. Let's go! I've never heard this before. The guitar in this is amazing. Man, there's solo guitars, there's rhythm guitars. Oh, the voices. Signa says, this guy kicked my ass, and then I kicked his ass. Man, this one's really good. I love how the guitars are mixed in this, the solo guitar. It's not like super in the forefront of the mix. It sounds like it's distant. There's a bunch of reverb to it. And the whole song is based on this rhythm. Bum, 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 bum. There's almost like a militaristic aspect to this. Yeah, exactly. Listen to the snare drums. Sounds like a military snare drum. These choirs sound really good. He's a general after all. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense for the music to be militaristic. You can hear the salt theme in the low strings. Man, I don't know what this theme is. You guys keep saying there's a common motive in the boss themes. There's one theme you guys said that has the motive like more prominent. Maybe I have to listen to that track so I can just know what the theme is. Moments of delight. Is this Run Run? Man, this is great. I haven't heard this, I think. "25 minutes to go to my favorite boss." You know what? I should do this. Damn it, it doesn't snap to the center. Oh man, this track is great. This track rules. And again, remember what I said. When there's a track that is deeply intimate, deeply emotional for Yi, usually there's the string section. The string section is not fully developed here, but there's pizzicato strings. There's a little tambourine. Veggie said, since no more spoilers for 9 Souls, I've been playing a lot more Silent Hill 2 recently. I'm getting deep into it now. There's a remake for it, right? Are you playing the remake? Davi may end up spoiling himself from the music alone. I mean, technically, listening to the music before you play the game is a spoiler, so I'm willing... deliberately sort of spoiling myself in these streams. These tracks are not gonna hit as hard in the game when I finally encounter them in the game, but that's a trade-off. I think it's just really fun to listen to video game music out of context and like try to imagine what it is, what it means. So if I want to do that, I have to kind of spoil myself. Crawling Under. Oh, the next one is Last Man Standing. That one I heard. Xander says, you have heard this theme, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Last Man Standing peak incoming. Yeah, and again, this is one of the tracks that, like, so far, barely qualifies as music. Oh, I remember this. Is this the place that the lights keep turning off? Man, that place gave me PTSD. This is the mines. This is for the mines area you went to for the 8-man side quest. I don't remember if the cave... I don't remember if the cave where the lights turn off is part of that side quest. Veggie says, I'm usually not a horror fan because I hate jump scares, but I actually love psychological horror, so I wanted to try Silent Hill 2 for a long time. The beginning I did not enjoy, but I'm really getting into it. I didn't catch, maybe I lost your message. Oh, the original, you said it above. You're playing the original. Cool, on PS1, right? I remember those games being huge back in the day in the PS1, PS2. I just don't like horror. Sebastian says, I laughed my ass off when you played through the mines because I absolutely breezed through them. I'll probably eat my words after you go through factory where I struggled. Did you breeze through that boss where you know, I mean, I guess you can turn on the lights before you fight him. I just didn't know that at first. But then the walk back to him, man, I got my ass kicked by the normal enemies. Just walking back to the boss. Juice says fighting phase. Amix says, to be fair, I don't hear a lot of the boss fights just because I'm so focused and wear headphones all the time. Yeah, that's... I'm the same with this game. It's very easy for some of the tracks in this game to go unnoticed. They do their job of like setting the mood and just giving you the right amount of emotion, the right amount of energy, excitement, but they don't, most of them don't call a lot of attention to themselves. Yeah, when fighting in this game, I can't pay any attention to the music at all. Yeah. But it's not just you not paying attention to the music. It's the music most of the time not calling attention to itself. The music is minimalistic. There's a few songs that really stand out. Yeah, like, I mean, I imagine, I haven't fought this guy, Jie Quan, but I imagine like this track, Jie Quan's theme, stands out a lot when you fight this guy. And likewise, Last Man Standing absolutely stood out during the side quest. Last Man Standing, let's go! You definitely noticed Last Man Standing live, yeah. I mean, it's very clear in this game when they want you to pay attention to the music and when they don't want you to pay attention to the music. Nine Souls turned 1 year old yesterday. Wow! So this is kind of a late anniversary stream for Nine Souls. Sarah says, I am Crown 1. Ah, what did you do? What did you do, Sarah, to get Crown 1? Great melody. Sarah says, I don't know. You, Sarah, and Oisin are tied with 225 XP. She won't tell us, or we would all try to be number 1. Yeah, she's keeping her secret. She does know. Sarah says, well, I don't remember this part of the track. I probably didn't take long enough beating the boss to hear this part, I guess. At least I don't remember. Sigma says, I started at 75 XP and I haven't gained any. I don't understand. It's a mystery. Veil. So we're over halfway through the soundtrack now. Sebastian says, now something you didn't hear. Veil. Oh, the next one is called Peaceful Mind. That sounds like a special track, maybe for a cutscene or something. Or like a special area. The 5 upcoming tracks are meant to complement each other. They tell a linear story. The 5 upcoming tracks. You mean Veil included or Veil not included? Peaceful Mind. I'm curious about this. Peaceful Mind. Juice says not included. So the 5-track storyline starts now with Peaceful Mind. Peaceful Mind. It sounds dreamy. The magical kind of dreamy harmony in this reminds me of the Pavilion. It's not exactly like the same vibe of the sister flashbacks, but it could be. It could be. It could still be a sister flashback. Rachel is here. Hey, Rachel. Sarah's number 2 now. Get usurped, bozo. Abromo says, I stand above. He also says, I'm really looking forward to more streams. Me too, man. I'm enjoying this game. The piano in this sounds so playful and spontaneous. It almost sounds like the piano is almost like improvising. It's just like doing random stuff carelessly. Just freely exploring. Completely relaxed. Peaceful mind, I guess. That's the image, or the sound, I guess, of a peaceful mind. With thoughts freely popping up and traveling to different thoughts, different emotions. Wait, Yosu now is 2. Sarah is now 3. It's tough. It's tough, Sarah. It's tough being at the top and then falling down. I don't know if I like this ground stuff. It's so random. Man, and this track is long. Why is it long? I don't think it's looping. This is new stuff. If it's this long, I almost want to say this is gameplay. Or a very long cutscene. Biomax says, I'm telling, this one is unnecessarily long. I mean, it's called a peaceful mind. You can't rush a peaceful mind, guys. E is vibing right now or something. Kithara says clogs up the chat a lot too. Yeah, it's like visually shitty. I tried to find a better word, but I couldn't. That was the perfect word. The only word. So the next track, the next like chapter in this 5-song story, man, the next one is called Path of Sorrow. It's such a sharp contrast to like Peaceful Mind. Okay, next up, Path of Sorrow. This sounds more like gameplay. Guys, just answer me something. Answer me something. Is Peaceful Mind gameplay? At first it sounded like cutscene to me, but I think I'm convinced it's gameplay. Super Explosion says yes, because it's too long. It's too long for a cutscene. Both are gameplay, but not combat. Yeah, and this is more evidently gameplay. Man, these tracks are interesting. Abroma lost the crown. This one is less relaxed than Peaceful Mind, but it's still pretty chill. With the title Path of Sorrow, I was expecting something way different. This one is kind of creepy, no? Just from listening to just the music without no context, there's like, I would say, some like dreamy, maybe random elements to it. Elements that, you know, might sound weird, might like cause some sensation of weirdness, but I wouldn't say it's creepy. It's like you're dreaming and like your mother-in-law shows up in the dream for no reason, you know? That kind of weirdness. Can anyone relate to that? Removing the facade. This one has a lot more rhythm. It's called Removing the Facade, right? Removing the Facade. I think I know what this whole story is. maybe before this, during Peaceful Mind and Path of Sorrow, you were under some kind of daze, some kind of spell, some kind of illusion that like was like a dream or something. And now that illusion, that facade is removed. Wow, that's short. Falling down. Ocean says not exactly. Close one. Yeah, don't spoil. I'm just yapping. Oh, cool vocals. Oh, the next one is a boss theme. Super Explosion says best boss theme next to the final boss. Sima says I just got 100 XP. I wonder if the gameplay channel will also have this crown thing tomorrow. Because usually when YouTube introduces a new feature like this, they roll it out gradually. They don't just give it to everyone. I wonder if the gameplay channel has it. You guys were watching the Giovanni stream today. Did Giovanni have the crowns? The OST's name, spoilers, who the next boss is. Lady Ethereal. I don't think I know who Lady Ethereal is. Yeah, but maybe it might be a spoiler. It might be like a character that I'm gonna meet and I'm not supposed to know he's going to be a boss. But Abram says he didn't. So Giovanni didn't have the crowns. So it's like they're rolling this new feature slowly. Veggie says the XP gain is completely nonsensical. She says as she gains the 3rd place. Man, the chanting. Call of Booty's here. Hey, Call of Booty. Oh, a dude yelled. Please yell again. It was a good yell. Good yell. Good shout. Suddenly up to 225. Man, all the tracks in this area, I assume this is an area, they are so slow and dragged out. They feel sleepy. It feels like you're in a daze listening to this. You feel like dreamy. Super Explosion says that's on purpose. Next up is the boss theme. Sleepy is a good word. Okay, boss theme incoming. Wait, now Shidax is the first in the rankings because he said sleepy is a good word. It's the same thing with the Mongolian throat singing. It's like a vocal performance, but they are editing it and like making it sound glitched and sampling it. Again, and this sounds dreamy. It sounds more tense and intense, but it feels like he has a haze over it. It has like smoke over the music. The piano is so full of reverb. It seems like they recorded voices and played it on synth. Exactly. That's what I think they did. At least it sounds like that. And they did that with the Mongolian throat singing guy earlier. You know what this piano reminds me of? It reminds me, once again, of Breath of the Wild. The piano song that you hear in Lost Woods before you actually find a way to enter Lost Woods, when it's all smoky, they have piano like this, but it's not this percussive, right? They don't have percussion like this. It's just the dreamy kind of hazy piano. Call of Duty says, I get what you mean, right? Dreamy, hazy, smoky piano. Cool. I just noticed the harmony now. Wow, that was really cool. Really cool. It's not... I get the feeling it's not a theme that's supposed to be super hype and exciting. It's supposed to communicate those sensations of like some sort of dreaminess. Your hope. This is certainly some sort of cutscene post-boss. Oh, Veggie says, David, the piano line in this song is apparently the motive present in all Soul themes, according to Juice Press. Oh, interesting. Man, and the strings. Again, guys, I think I'm onto something here. Tracks that are that represent some sort of introspection of E, have strings, have emotional strings. Veggie says in the boss theme. Yeah, in the boss theme. The piano has the Sol motive. I'm gonna try to find it in the next boss themes. Juice says no last song. I know, I got it. In the boss theme. Man, this is different. Staircase of 1,000 steps. It reminds me of Sekiro boss music. Weston says, this one is great, one of my favorites. Man, and there's a 7-minute track here. I think this is the longest track yet. Silent Lullaby. It's coming up soon. It does sound like Sekiro. Man, I can hear it now. Like that last part specifically. A bit like Lady Butterfly. This is the only area theme in the game that stays the same the whole time. No matter if you're battling or not, which makes it really cool. Interesting. This track is already more intense than most area themes, so I guess they didn't want to make it even more intense for the battle parts, so they just left it the same. Corrupted Monk. Yeah, I do remember a track like this. I don't remember if it's Corrupted Monk or Duelist's Delight. The percussion work in this soundtrack is really good. There's a lot of great percussion, and there's like so much of it. This is the track of the only reason I don't have 100% achievements in this game. Biomax says, Silent Lullaby is yet another unnecessarily long song. I reckon Silent Lullaby has several versions, right? I mean, it better have, because it's 7 minutes long. It either has many different versions, or it's just a long ass 7-minute track. Silent Lullaby is meant to feel eerily quiet. Ambient. Okay, if it's ambient, then it's completely plausible for it to be just a single 7-minute song that never repeats. Because it's for ambient music, it's very easy to make like very long tracks. there's percussion filling the lower register, the lower frequency register. There's percussion like in the middle. There's percussion in the high register. Can you hear those little metallic high-pitched sounds? It's an entire soundscape, the entire frequency range being filled with just percussion. Next up is Silent Lullaby. From what you guys are telling me, I think this one is gonna be a very ambient, slow one. Yeah, eerily quiet, like Juice said. Veggie says, even in non-drone metal, rock and classical music, there are 5 to 20 minute pieces of music. Yeah, I mean, it's not the usual, but it's not unheard of. In classical music, 20 minutes is pretty normal. Catch me in the club rocking out to Silent Lullaby. Can you dance to this? An average requiem isn't like 15 minutes of music. Requiem, I feel like it's more like 30. I don't think I can think of a requiem with 50 minutes, but maybe I'm forgetting. A lullaby, by the way, is a melody that's supposed to lull you to sleep. It's a... Oh, I guess that makes sense. It's a silent lullaby. So, yeah, I guess. I mean, there's a guy. Man, he just reminded me of something. Who's the guy? There's a guy that composed a silent symphony. Is it John Cage? John Cage. American composer. Yeah, American composer. John Cage, this guy. John Cage guy. He composed the Silent Symphony. It's called, like, I think it's called, like, 3. It's basically, the name of the symphony is the length of the symphony. John Cage. 344. He has a symphony called 344. Or 330, 433, whatever. And it's a symphony. I guess it's debatable, but is just silence. It's just silence. Call of Duty says, is it just silence? Yeah, it's silence. And there's performances of it. It's really fascinating. There's performances of it. The orchestra gets together. String section, brass, woodwinds, and they sit. The maestro comes up. The musicians all read the bars. The bars are all silences. They're all pauses. There's a term for silence in music, in sheet music. When you're reading it, these are pauses. When you're not supposed to play, it's called a pause. The musicians just sit there and they read the music. The music is just all pauses, and is just silence for 3 minutes and 44 seconds, and then it's over, and then everyone applauds. The fact that it is a full orchestra is part of it. Modern art being incomprehensible again. Biomax says, then I am a quite expert of silent symphony. So, this silent lullaby. It's pretty silent, huh? Man, I will have trouble composing music like this. Because, you know, it's the industry standard for a game composer to charge per minute. Did this guy charge the devs for 7 minutes? I wonder. I will always respect a soundtrack that does not limit themselves by the standard. Yeah, and I think that's one of the greatest strengths of this soundtrack. It's very different. It's very unique. It has a very distinct style. I think we can fast forward this one. It's over. It's over. Now it's their faces, your voices. I'm pretty sure the composer is part of the dev team, so he probably just got paid a salary. That would be more sensible. I've worked for devs before where they wanted to pay me a salary instead of the per minute thing. A per minute rate. This is a variation of the main theme on beautiful strings. Call of Duty says, what do you prefer? I mean, they both have pros and cons. When you get paid per minute of music, I feel like devs respect your time a little bit more. They respect your music a little bit more, because every minute that you compose, they have to pay. So if they want you to make some music for them, they're gonna be very specific, and they're gonna make a big effort to make you compose the exact music that they want and the exact music that they're gonna use and is gonna be useful and is gonna be in the game. It's valuable. Every minute is valuable with the per minute rate. Juice says, might be top 3 tracks in the soundtrack. Okay, let's stop yapping then. I'm gonna continue the composer talk. Yeah, I love this. And it's called Their Faces, Your Voices. Interesting title. Biomax says, our passion incoming. Is that a... Oh, it's maybe a boss theme? Our passion? You heard it on a stream, I think, Our Passion. I did hear some Nine Souls tracks on streams. I wonder if that's one of them. CST says, not remembering which this is from, probably a flashback scene. I mean, you guys know more about this game than me, but just saying. It has strings. It has very vivid, colorful, emotional strings. So I imagine it might be a flashback or something. Something relating to his sister or to his childhood. Nice beat. Party time. Yo. Party. Yeah, as I was saying, the rate per minute makes it so that the composer values every minute that you work on more. Now the salary, when the composer pays you a salary, they are, you know, since they are paying you a fixed rate, they're more willing to make you experiment and make you... Oh yeah, I've heard this one. Yeah, this one is good, man. This one is good. I remember this one. I've heard this one twice in streams. There's a ton of funny screams in this. CST says this is one of my top 3. This is my favorite scream in the game. How did they do that? And I just realized it's Fuji and Nua's theme. So it's two people, and there's a female voice and a male voice. So I guess they are duetting. Veggie says, try and make that scream, Davi. I can't. I need someone to choke me and shake my neck like this. Then maybe I would be able to do it. The female singing is traditional thing. Yeah, see, there's the male. That's the male. The female is interjecting. Some background knowledge. The screams are kind of a traditional Chinese opera. That's cool. I love when games do that. That's at least what I believe is happening here. There's two characters in the game, right? And there's two voices in the soundtrack that are meant to represent the voices of the characters. There's three voices. Yeah, Bio says, I think the vocal in the song represents Fuji and Niwa. Veg says, how do you pronounce Fuji? Is it essentially Fushi? Oh, Fushi. Yeah, that would be... I thought about pronouncing that way because that would be the Portuguese pronunciation as well. Yeah, so it's Fushi. Nice. Next up is Two Bodies, One Soul. Guys, before we listen to this one, I'll be right back. Let's go. Maya says a lot of Brazilians do live in Brazil. Wait, is this still the character singing? The character from before? Two bodies, one soul. Yeah, I think this track is still referencing the two bosses, I think. Same group of songs. New people didn't know where you were from. A conversation ensued. Guys, yeah, Signa mentioned new people. That's an opportune moment to say, hey, new people, yes, you. Look at this. On the chat. See this link? Click it. It will take you to the gameplay channel. We're gonna stream this game tomorrow. TST says, yes, I'm new. Yeah, so go to the gameplay channel. The link is there. We're gonna stream this game. If you're having fun watching me listen to the soundtrack of this game, imagine how much more fun you're gonna have watching me play it. I would estimate at least 1,000 times more fun. That's a conservative estimate. Did you not finish this game already? No, I'm like 40% through it. So this one is Whispers from the Past. Juice says, this is my favorite theme in the game. Will you make an Expedition 33 playthrough? I mean, if there's a lot of demand for it, yes, I will. But I need demand because it's a long-ass game. I'm not gonna commit to playing a long game if there's not a lot of demand. But hey, you're the second person to ask today. That is some demand. Interesting rhythm. CST says, just wondering, how do you catch emotions in melodies so precisely? Does it require professional training or just listen to a lot of songs? I mean, the way I do it, I use a lot of my professional training and the understanding behind chords and not other things. I don't know if you could do what I do without professional training, but probably yes. Like if you have a good ear for it and you listen to a lot of songs, you probably could do what I do without professional training. This song catches anger perfectly, at least in a few seconds. There's some very subtle chanting on the background. Velcalo says, where does this song play? Sander says, grotto area. Remember when I told you guys that a lot of songs in this soundtrack sound like they're floaty? Because there's no bass, just melodies floating? It gives like the music a kind of spiritual, light feel. This is the opposite. There's very thick bass, thick percussion, and not much melody. It makes this song sound heavy and kind of oppressive. And kind of emotionless in a way, kind of primitive. The sealed wine, this is the main theme. Jana. You couldn't pronounce grotto correctly. Wait, and he's an English teacher. Riri says, David, I remember you saying you're not interested in playing Omori, which I kinda get, but really encourage you to listen to the OST. That could be a cool stream. He was saying grotto. Sebastian says, I'm here for a long time now. Oh, that's an erhu. Right? That's a beautiful instrument. It's the Chinese kind of violin instrument. See, and this is coming back to what I just mentioned. Floating music. Melodies just floating in the air with no bass. Wow. That was a really cool one. A lot of music in this game is like so subtle. It's a lot of what Xuan himself said about music. Like there's a lot of music that's, it feels like it's just flowing. It's like music from the soul. Music with not a lot of technique but a ton of soul. But anyway, Sebastian says, I'm here for a long time. I remember being sad I couldn't be on the first ever Davi stream. Which one do you think was the... Which stream do you think was the first stream that you missed? Oh, choirs. Finding our way. Sigma says, wasn't it Undertale? I mean, it was the first gameplay stream, but that was not my first stream. Sebastian says, a lot of Asian music is floaty. Yes, that's true. Really ancient, traditional Asian music, you know, Japanese music, Chinese music, doesn't have as much of a culture of chords, accompanying chords, as Western music has. Sebastian says not gameplay. But do you remember which stream it was? I'm curious to know if you actually remember what my first ever stream was. Because you know, when you have a YouTube channel like this for years, I think we've been at this for like 4 or 5 years. You know, there's a lot of new people that come in, people that leave and never come back. So it's always fun to like see someone that has actually been here for a long time and they remember the ancient stuff. Oh, this is G's theme. This is a boss. Sandra says, I can hear that motive now. I think I can hear it as well. The motive that was on the piano on the other boss track. I think I can hear it on some chromatic percussion. Oh, lovely strings. Amazing strings. Pixel says this music is great. Man, I think this might be my favorite boss theme so far. I just really love the orchestra in this game, and they are so... The composer and the devs are so specific, they're so meticulous about when and where they drop the orchestra. They keep hiding the orchestra from us, and then they drop it like this, and it has so much impact because we've been starved of big, luscious, emotional melodies like this. You should re-listen to the first chord in this song. Yeah, it's basically, it's a tonic chord, is a sad chord, is what I call in the channel a home chord, but it has a ton of extra notes inserted into it by the choir. A ton of dissonant notes. There's a video about it. So this one is Slumbering Sin. Yosu says, getting sleepy, I'm out. See you on the gameplay channel tomorrow. Bye bye, Yosu. Thank you for the support today. See you tomorrow. You have actually been in this area, really? Oh, it's one of the areas that I explored a little. I explored a little bit, but it was too like end game for me. You can access this area really early, but only properly in endgame. Yosu says, suddenly crowned while leaving. This makes no sense, man. These crowns are so intriguing. Yeah, the place with the weird flash blobs. Yeah, but Sebastian was talking about my first ever stream. I don't know if that's what you had in mind, Sebastian. I think you said above that you don't remember what it was, but my first ever stream was a listening party for a new album of mine back in the day when I did a Monster Hunter cover album in this channel. That was my first ever stream. I I didn't stream with an Ethernet cable. I was streaming over Wi-Fi, and I knew like I'm not like technology illiterate. I knew Ethernet cable was better, but at the time, Julia was at a home office job, and she was using the only Ethernet cable we had. So I knew I was supposed to use Ethernet cable, but I didn't think it was that big of a deal. So I streamed over Wi-Fi, and the stream was so bad, and it kept disconnecting all the time that like I couldn't do the whole stream. I had to end the stream early. That was my first stream. Ibrahim went from 3 to 2 in one message. Wait. So the secret to getting more XP is to say the word wait, apparently. Saying wait gives you XP. Sebastian says yes. So it was that one. You remember that one. The Monster Hunter one. Wait, that's illegal. Man, and this, you guys said that this is one of the area themes, right? One of the areas I've already been to. This is surprisingly chill for an area. For an area that you actually like fight in. Sander says, I've streamed on Wi-Fi before without issues, but you have to have good stable Wi-Fi. Yeah, I've streamed on Wi-Fi for 4 hours. I think it was the last capitalism stream. It was completely on Wi-Fi because I forgot just forgot the cable. So I did the whole stream on Wi-Fi and had no issues. But it really depends on how close to the router your PC is. When I did that first stream that I talked about where the stream was horrible and I had to end it early, the PC was kind of far away from the router, so streaming over Wi-Fi was awful. This area track also does not change. Interesting. Rather, it has separate tracks for the action. Interesting. Very interesting. I wonder why. So the next up track is Choice. Percussion. Sebastian says choice is insane too. This melody started off as the main theme, but it took a detour. See, this is the main theme, and then it strays into a different melody. Sanders says one of the most emotional tracks. Oh. The song is building up. Are these strings? The scene this plays in was extremely sad. And it has fragments of the main theme all over. Man, it's swelling. It's building up. It's building up. It's getting uncomfortable. It's getting uncomfortable. How? Oh, it's dying down again. Wow. The strings became so loud at one point. Whoa. I'm curious. Next up is No Turning Back. I think there are only... Wow, we're almost done. Man, this flew by. This stream. No turning back. Some action. Apple Juice says the music from this game is so beautiful. No wonder it's been recommended in the stream so often. And the synths are back. I feel like the beginning of the soundtrack was more synth heavy. Then, you know, there was still synth throughout, but a lot of focus on acoustic instruments as well. Now we're John Wick mode. Yeah, this is unsettling. Wow, very unsettling, disturbing voices. Doing dissonant stuff. Some areas are more synthy than others, yeah. I feel like the usage of synth depends largely on where you are, like geographically in the game. Some areas just look more futuristic and electronic than others. It's like someone is on a mission. Yeah, the steady rhythm, the pronounced beat makes me think this is an action sequence. But there's a lot of terror in this. It's supposed to be unsettling, it seems. Some areas are more Tao, some areas are more punk, hence Tao punk. The Souls. Man, this track must be important. The souls? Does the more synthy places mean more electronic? I feel like yes, the more futuristic electronic looking places have more synth instruments. If more synth means more future electronic, what does orchestral mean? I mean, I've said it before. I feel like they've been using the orchestra, they've been reserving the orchestra. They've been reserving the orchestra, at least as far as I can tell, for emotional, introspective moments. So synths for the punk, electronic, futuristic stuff. Acoustic, Chinese instruments for the Tao stuff. And orchestra for emotional, intimate, introspective stuff. Super Explosion says, I'm beginning to believe this crown system is somehow integrated with some kind of AI that is analyzing our interactions with the stream. You mean like the AI is listening to what I'm saying? And it's like judging the most pleasant interactions I'm having with people? Like who I'm responding to? Oh, this is a boss theme. This is a boss theme. Oh, Gong's theme. That's a spoiler. I just been spoiler. I spoiled myself. Because I know who Gong is. He's master, old master. Gong was in the intro. Wait, but I didn't know it was Gong. Did he say? Did he say Gong? Yeah, and this is a throwback to the second track. Yeah, I'm recognizing this. Call of Wuji says, when you agreed with somebody, they moved to the top earlier. Wow! Guys, let's see this. Let's see. So Super Explosion is in second place right now. Super Explosion, I fully agree with you. You have made excellent, invaluable contributions to this stream, and I love you. Let's see if he climbs up to first place. It didn't work. He went down. Super Explosion went down. He lost XP for that glazing. Oh, now I'm listening. I'm hearing the motive now, the soul motive that's in every boss theme. I think I heard it in the choir. Veggie says, we need the inverse. Okay, Veggie Dragon, I think what you just said is abhorrent. It's abominable. I think you should leave the stream. I hate you. I wish I could slap you right now. Shadow of Pangalai. Wait, so we beat the final boss now. So what will happen to Veggie's placement right now? Miner says, I hear in the percussion. I think I heard it in the choir. So now we are in the post final boss cutscenes, I guess. Wow. Is this a throwback to an earlier track as well? I feel like I remember these exact vocals before. Yeah, see? Juice says, reference to the 6th track in the game. Oh, it's the sacrifice track. Is that the main theme? It's a fragment of it. It's the first 2 notes of the main theme. Yeah, it's part of it. This main theme, these little fragments are all over the soundtrack. Veggie says, I'm still on 4th, and I think the theory... So I think the theory that AI is watching the stream is false. Ibrahim says, be careful of spoilers. Yeah, guys. Don't spoil. We're almost done. I mean, I spoiled myself so far, but so far no one has spoiled me. Farewell. That title is such a... An ending of the game kind of song, kind of title. Oh, strings again! I love the strings in this game. And now that the soundtrack is ending, I just realized there's never really an orchestra in this game. As far as, you know, full brass section, woodwind section, it's just a string section. So you guys are now tagging people to see if they go up. Let me try that. And this is the na na na. That's the full main theme, including the little Hollow Knight part. Man, it's so cool how a rich, well-constructed melody like this can give you such a sensation of harmony, of chords, of emotion without actually having chords. These flutes make me so sad. Yeah, it's the emptiness of it. The emptiness of it suggests, you know, emptiness, loneliness. The path for assault, E's theme. Oh, I love this already. Here comes the orchestra he just talked about. Will this be an actual full orchestra? Wait. I think I hear brass. Sebastian says, you heard it on a stream, but you didn't pay attention. I hope it was not a capitalist stream, but it might have been. Oh yeah, there's brass, there's brass. Yeah, so this is the full orchestra we've been waiting for. I mean, I wouldn't have minded at this point if the orchestra never came, but still cool that it actually did. Sol motive. Wow, the soundtrack is ending, guys. We only have 3 tracks left. That's such a good soundtrack. This just flew by. Almost over. Really cool. This is one of my favorite tracks. And in a soundtrack where they rely so much on the little fragments of the main theme, this melody feels completely fresh. It's a new melody, the one on the strings. At least it sounds to me. Juice says, might be the most clear instance of the Sol theme. like a new path. Yeah, it feels new. This track feels separate from the rest of the soundtrack, like musically, which is interesting because it's the theme of the main character. Cool. Abkin says, I missed the 9 Souls OST stream. This one is... Wait, I can't... This is the end of New Kunlun. Sanders says, if you said something like this feels new in a YouTube video reviewing this, people would have accused you of having inside info like they did with the Hollow Knight final boss thing. Yeah, but people do that all the time. Like, people do that with not all videos, but a lot of videos. People go like, there's no way you guessed that this happened by just listening to the music. The end of New Kunlun. Man, this is such a definite resolution. It really sounds like the end. The Lone Soul. Main theme 2 is the credits music. No, the credits music was the first song in the entire album. Veggie says, people forget that some of it is cold reading based on the title and taking the music into account. Wow. Wow. This is stunning. Wow, this track is stunning. This is obviously a cutscene, right? A cutscene. I can only imagine what happens here. So glorious. After all that tension, man, during the game, all that sadness, all that loneliness, this feels... I mean, there's still a glimpse of tragedy there, but it feels like it's resolved. Whatever this is. Oh, main theme. Main theme the second. I absolutely love the strings in this game. I don't know if the strings themselves have something special to them, or if it's just the fact that this game did such a good job of like measuring how much orchestra they give us. This soundtrack is so good at pacing, I feel like. You go through moments of a ton of tension and sadness, and then they drop you some of this, and it feels so much more powerful because of how well they pace it. Yeah, exactly. Super Explosion says they made the strings feel special with so much they're absent from the rest of the OST. Yeah, it feels like a treat. Oh, look at this resolution. Perfect resolution, perfectly resolved. The game is done, the issue is done, the adventure is done. Everyone is happy, probably not entirely happy, but at least everything is resolved. That's what this ending says. What a soundtrack. Man, I am so happy I did this today. I'm so happy I did this today. This was one of my last chances to hear some of this stuff out of context, and I loved it. I can't wait to encounter these tracks in the game. I really like this soundtrack. I like I said, I expressed disappointment before. I mean, it's not disappointment. It's just a mismatch of expectations. I expected, because I know Hollow Knight and Sekiro, and I know this game is based on those games or influenced by those games. I expected the music to be a little bit more thematic, a little bit more melodic. But after listening to this like closely and paying attention, this song is very melodic. This soundtrack is very melodic. It's very uh, thematic. There's the Souls theme. There's the main theme that's everywhere. There's new melodies popping up here and there. It's just, I feel like they did a fantastic job of scattering it around the soundtrack, of pacing it, of interspacing it. The ambient tracks are really good too. Yes, they play such a good, crucial role on the soundtrack. Right? Hollow Knight plus Sekiro is just the elevator pitch. Yeah. Man, I really like this. I have newfound appreciation for this soundtrack. That's why I love doing this. Now I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna appreciate the music more, because I took 3 hours of my day to pay attention to it. I love this, guys. You know it. I'm gonna stream this game. I'm gonna play this game tomorrow on the gameplay channel. It's like I said to someone before. I think it was CST. Just consider this. If you had fun watching me listen to the game's music, just imagine how much more fun you will have watching me play the game. Probably a billion times more fun, I would say. Did I say a billion last time? I think I said a different number. But this is the updated estimate. It's a billion times more fun. That's the scientific consensus. So click on the link there. Subscribe to the gameplay channel so you don't miss the stream tomorrow. We're gonna kick some ass and parry some bozos on the game tomorrow. So guys, thank you very much for hanging out with me today. This was a ton of fun. It's time to say bye to me in the chat so I can say bye right back to you. Signa says it will be like 9 times more fun. That's all. I mean, 9 is still very significant. But anyway, Super Explosion, Strictly War, Signa, Call of Booty, Ibrahim, Omerthian, Abken, Yaroslava, Oisin, Veggie, Sander, Enginet, Apple Juice, Dark Angel, CST, Sebastian, Professor Narp. Bye bye, guys. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Go to the gameplay channel or I will kick your pet. your pets. If you have two pets, I'm gonna kick both of them.